Hello and welcome back to my channel, The Future Empress. My name is Anna and today I'm gonna talk about my Reading Rush TBR. So the Reading Rush is a yearly readathon created by Ariel in 2003, I think. And it's just a week-long readathon where we all get together and read books and just, I don't know, talk about it. Have fun reading in a community. And this year the readathon is from the 20th of July to the 26th of July. There's 7 challenges you can pick your books according to, and there's also a bonus challenge of reading 7 books. Usually I double up on the challenges, so I pick a book that fits 2 challenges. However, this year I'm gonna try and actually do the challenge of reading 7 books in 1 week. Wish me luck. But I have quite variety in formats here. I have 2 audiobooks, I have a manga, I have a graphic novel, and I have a picture book as well. So I think I'm good, but let's see. Some of these books I can stack up on the challenges, so if during the week and I can see that I won't be able to read all the books, I'm just gonna pick the books that I know will fit all the challenges. So I'm not worried. So the first challenge is to read a book with a cover that matches your birthstone, and my birthstone is either opal or pink tourmaline. That's why I chose The Prince and the Dressmaker by Jen Wang. This is a graphic novel set during the modern age in Paris. I think the prince likes to dress up as a woman during the night, and he gets help from his friend the dressmaker. That's all I know about it and all I need to know, and I'm excited to read this one. And then the second challenge is to read a book that starts with the word "the", and I chose The Dragon Society by Katie O'Neill. And this is a picture book about dragons and tea, and the art style is really cute. This will be a quick read and I think a very wholesome read as well. So the third challenge is to read a book that inspired a movie that you've already seen. I could have chosen the Call Me By Your Name since I've watched the movie, but I haven't read the book, and I actually have the book on my TBR. I could have chosen Winnie the Pooh. However, I chose to go with a Danish movie / book, and that is Skammanstætter by Lene Kaaberbøl. I actually don't know how to pronounce her last name, even though I know Danish. The fun story about this one is that this is actually required reading for most middle schools in Denmark, including the one I went to, and I was supposed to read this one. I actually read the first couple of chapters, but then I decided I didn't like reading and I didn't want to read it anymore. So I just copied my friend's answers from the answer sheet we got. I hope this time around I will actually be able to finish it, because it seems very interesting. Since I watched the movie, I know what it's about, so it's not gonna be like, the plot is not gonna be a surprise or anything, since I know all the answers from when I was stupid and 9 years old, even though without reading the book. But I am still kind of excited to get into this series and continue on with the story. So, but I have to read the first book for that. Oh, and in English the title is The Shameless Daughter, just so you know. So the fourth challenge is to read the first book that you touch, and you could go about this challenge a lot of ways. I've chosen to pick a selection of books and write them down on a piece of paper, crumpling up and putting it in this little chest thingy. I chose all my sequels that were under 400 pages because if I hadn't, I would end up reading Queen of Air and Darkness, and that one is like 900 pages and I did not want to do that during a readathon. So I put the limit of 400 pages and down, and these are all the sequels I have to get to that are under 400 pages. We have The Princess and the Fangirl by Ashley Poston, The Invasion by Peter O'Gillen. I don't know how to pronounce Irish names, so I'm very sorry. It's Down Among Sticks and Bones by Seanan McGuire. Seanan McGuire, is that how you pronounce? I don't know how to pronounce author names. I am not from an English-speaking country, so sorry. The next one is Dødens Terning by Kenneth Bøgh Andersen. What is it in English? The Death Cube? So I'm gonna put it down here so you can look it up if you're interested. The Kill Order by James Dashner. Changers Book 3 Kim by T. Cooper and Ashlyn Clark Cooper. And the last one is The Famous Five Go Adventuring Again by Enid Blyton. I have no idea. So for the actual picking, let's just shake this one up. And then the first piece of paper I touch is the book that I will read. So I am reading The Invasion by Peter O'Gillen. Peter O'Gillen. This is the second book. The first book is called The Call, and it's about... What is it about? It's a weird book, actually. It's very weird. We are in the real world, and there's another world next to it where these kids under a certain age gets pulled in. And it's gruesome, it's brutal. Most of them don't come back from it. So, and it's called The Call. And this is The Invasion. I have no idea what the second book is about because I thought the first one was just a standalone, but then turned out we had The Invasion. But yeah, I'm interested. Let's go. And then the fifth challenge is to read a book completely outside of your house. I have chosen to read How to Cheat a Dragon Curse by Cressida Cowell. I'm gonna read this as an audiobook while I go for walks, since social distancing is a thing here. Like in Korea, we actually did not care about social distancing at all because I lived in Seoul, but it's weird being back in Denmark. I have to do social distancing. I am currently in quarantine. So while I go for my walks and social distance, I'm gonna listen to How to Cheat a Dragon Curse by Cressida Cowell. It's 3 hours, I think, so I think it will be pretty easy to accomplish that challenge. The sixth challenge is to read a book in a genre that you've always wanted to read more from. From me, that is either historical fiction, horror, or classics. Classics have always been a genre that I wanted to read more from, and that's why I am going with Sherlock Holmes. I am currently reading all the Sherlock Holmes stories. I read the first two, which is A Study in Scarlet and... what is the Sign of the Four? It's only this first bit. So I am currently at The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, so I'm gonna be reading that one for this challenge. I'm gonna listen to the audiobook as well, since I've been listening to the audiobooks of this, because this is a big book to physically read and it's so heavy, the font is so small, so... and it's fun listening to the audiobook. I have the complete all the Sherlock Holmes collection as one in an audiobook on Audible, and it's good and I like it, so I'm gonna continue on with reading Sherlock Holmes. The seventh and the last challenge is to read a book set in another continent than where you live. I live in Denmark, so I just have to read a book set out of Europe. And that's fairly easily. Like, I could choose North America, South America, Africa, Australia, Asia. So I kind of wanted to pick a book that was set in Africa. But unfortunately, I don't have a book set in Africa on my TBR. And I wanted, for this readathon, to only choose books that were on my TBR. So instead of reading a book set in Africa, I chose Asia because I wanted to read That Sky Blue Feeling by Okura. This is a manga set in Tokyo about two schoolboys where one transfers to the other school and one of them doesn't know what love is until he meets the other. And that's all I know. That's all I need to know, because I think it's gonna be a cute read. Obviously, from the looks of it. And like the title, That Sky Blue Feeling. But it's gonna be cute. So this is my TBR for the Reading Rush, including How to Cheat a Dragon's Curse. I don't know if I'm gonna be vlogging during the Reading Rush. I've never done vlogging before, and maybe, I don't know, we will see. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Join us during the readathon if you want, and see you soon, I guess. Bye!